There's a lot to do. I would not be. I'm not prepared currently to deal with a friend being kidnapped in another country. And if
For
they were, I would just have to accept that they're dead because I can't do anything to save them. Tits.
nine Areolas.
We're doing the Rescuers Down Under. What was your first exposure to this?
Man, I remember as a kid watching it all the time. Like,
This one or the one before this?
no, because the other one was like way before my time. I think the other one was, let me read it here, in the 70s, like 78.
Oh.
And this one was right in 1990. So I just remember like the VHS tape, just watching it all the time and just loving the shit out of it. What about you?
Someone requested me to watch this. It is way before my time.
Yeah,
I was born in 2000. I would describe my time as like 2005 to like 2010.
Oh god, that's right when I graduated in 2005.
Which from what? High school or college?
High school. From high school.
Well, I graduated high school in 2019, so I guess I'm not that far behind.
But how still, far? It's like, oh, how old were you when I was 18 when you were 0? You know, or yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Is that how the math works? I don't know how the math works.
You were born in 05, so you were like.
I was not born in 05. I was born in 00.
So okay, so you were 5.
I'm an 00 supremacist. Anybody born after 00, I'm like, I don't like you. Immediately, I'm like, you're 01? That was after 9/11. Dismissed. Opinion dismissed.
Yeah, you don't have anything on me. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, but I'd be an 18-year-old Lorenzo shaking hands with a 5-year-old Mint. That's not too, Don't think about it. I just don't think about it. That's
don't think about it.
Yeah, don't think about it.
Anyway, so I watched this movie recently, and I really like the animation.
Beautiful.
This is the first thing that I noticed when I was watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very smooth. And I'm watching this animation thinking, man, where did Disney go? Do you see? Okay, I know it's not Disney, but it's Marvel or whatever. But did you see their new like god awfully animated Spider-Man animation?
I've been hearing things about it. What's your opinion on it?
I haven't seen it. I've only seen like the trailer, and I saw the animation. I was like, man, I miss this era, 90s specifically, animation of Disney. I feel like it is the peak of the animation of Disney.
Nothing like it, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's its own thing. It was when like people were being bossed around to animate like crunch, like, oh, you need to finish this shit. I don't care if you're working 14, 16 hours a day. You need to finish this shit or you're fired. And, just making them work.
It was a prestige. Like, the idea was, oh, well, you could just replace you with somebody else who's faster. So you had to work those hours.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, oh, yeah, we could just get a computer to do it.
Great. No, like, that Spider-Man, like you said, I saw like the talk about it online, and it looked like shit. And I keep hearing good things about it now as far as the story, but everyone's kind of blinded by the animation again, like you said.
I can't get past the animation. Like
that was everyone else saying that too.
Yeah. It has if it's beautiful, if it's beautifully animated, I'm like more open to the idea of Absolutely. What it is.
Well, look at the Spider-Man, the Sony one, the fucking Spider-Verse, how beautifully animated that is.
Yeah, that was also pretty creative too.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
A lot of comic book inspiration stuff.
Hmm.
This one though, this is the 90s. This beautifully animated piece of work. I hadn't seen the original. I still haven't seen the original. So this is I'm being introduced to the series on a
Hmm.
sequel.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, why are these mice? Why are they saving a little boy in Australia? And when they're from New York City?
Yeah, I don't know why they phoned in them. I guess they were the quote unquote best to do it because they had rescued in the previous film like a little girl, but I wouldn't like phone it out all the way to New York for something in Australia, which I
That's
feel like they have their
expensive.
own mice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a long way away, but I guess they needed their best people, which was, the girl mice that's very hot. I think she's a very hot mouse, and the dude mice who's very nervous.
I'm just I'm still thinking about the logistics.
Yeah.
First of all, like what is it? Like an 18-hour flight, 20-hour flight to Australia from New York?
If at the least, right?
Yeah. So you're dealing with that versus you could have, I don't know, some okay guy take care of this situation quickly or get the very best, but it's going to take a week. And you're really balling on a week. Like a kid has been kidnapped by a poacher. You don't know what the poacher's going to do to the kid.
No, no, this is all like really shooting in the dark for these best people, and it's just, I don't know. You don't even know if like those best people are going to be able to do it themselves, but with the magnitude of issues that could come along with being in different climate, being with different people that they don't know, it's outside of their comfort zone. I don't
Yeah.
even know if they've rescued any kids other than when they first rescued that one in the 80s.
Yeah. That is true. You don't know what their kid rescuing experience is. How do you know they're the best from just one? That could be beginner's luck. You don't know.
You don't. And I mean, I do think that chick mouse is like real hot. I'm gonna like
Yeah.
keep stressing that how hot she is because she just I'm just like, man, this is the hottest mouse I've ever seen from paper put to pen.
Turning an entire generation to
Dude.
furries.
I never thought of it that way because I thought it's not a person in a mouse costume, it's an actual mouse.
It's
So
just
it's,
the way that the mouse is drawn is proportioned like a human woman.
oh yeah, hips, nice
Yeah,
hips, and then
very hippie.
yeah, very childbearing, hip, really going to my roots of what I enjoy as a man. Birth, like a very fertile woman,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and
All right into this mouse.
and then the accent. Oh my god, melting like butter. Jesus Christ.
It's a fun movie in more ways than one.
Did you know? I don't know if you read about this movie, but there was a scene in the VHS, I think, copy that they had to recall the VHS copies because someone spliced a little piece of porn, like a frame of
Oh,
porn.
was it porn of the mouse?
No,
Oh,
no, it was adult porn, but I think there was a,
oh,
a
that's
single
boring. Come
a
on.
single frame where like whenever they jump off, whenever they're with that bird and they're jumping off the thing and they're like falling into the city, there's a single frame somewhere in a window in the VHS version that has like porn, like a
Huh.
a single frame of porn, and that was enough to someone caught that on your regular VCR watching it.
Oh, that's really funny. Like they paused it or
Yeah,
something, and it
it's
landed
fucking
on that
crazy.
frame.
With a single frame of porn.
Oh my! Do you know what type of porn it was?
I think it was just your basic American Christian porn. No, just your basic like porn, American porn. Not anything outrageous, you know.
What? Okay, just like titties, or was there intercourse? Like, what
Yeah,
type of talking about here?
I think it was a chick riding a dude, and her tits were just like out as fuck, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, good
I
old
see now.
fashioned.
Classy.
They didn't want to go too risque with that porn if it was gonna be found.
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm just
Mhm.
there's so much exploring happening within this movie. And we haven't even talked about the movie yet.
I know, yeah. So they decide, or they get chosen to help find this boy. They go to Australia. There's a little bit of conflict because the dude wants to marry his chick mouse, but he's too nervous that she's gonna reject him. And then there's like a cool hip Australian mouse that's like hip and cool, and he's kind of nervous about that too.
Yeah, it's fun seeing. First of all, I like the albatross.
Very cool.
Big bird. Big bird. I like that. I like that he's also like he just starts flying straight through the blizzard. It just goes room and then he goes down Australia. I just felt like I needed to mention that part. And then like yeah, like you said there's conflict. There's this Australian mouse dude I remember.
Hmm.
I remember him like having a accent and he had a hat on.
Yeah, he was a cool cat, like a very
It was a
you
mouse.
know, he's a native, and oh yeah, my bad. He's a cool mouse. He was a native mouse to
It's
the
offensive to
Australian.
call them cats, dude. That's their predator.
My bad. There were no cats in this movie. They were mice.
Very mousy.
Very mousy. Very mouses.
So yeah, there was a lot of conflict between like I think it was like the three of them. There was the three mices total,
Mm-hmm. And
all in the search for this boy.
yeah, who the boy gets kidnapped by a poacher because the poacher's trying to find an eagle that kid had helped save and has like a kind of a bond with, like
Yeah,
a
and it has like the
emotional bond
feather
of the mother, the girl.
yeah. So like the poacher's like, "Oh, I found your feather. Take me to the bird."
And he
And
doesn't want to.
obviously he's like, "No." So alongside a bunch of different types of animals that he's poached, he has like a bunch of different animals and him inside this cage, like a bunch of individual cages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that can't be humane.
No, I don't think he cares about being humane at this point. No, no.
Oh, jeez.
But then he's kidnapping. He doesn't matter if he kidnaps a boy. He's just wanting that eagle, you know.
Yeah. And oh boy, I'm looking at the conditions in which the kid is being stored in. They're not ideal. Also, it's like, why do you have so many alive animals poaching? Is that like he's going to transport them somewhere and then sell them off to people?
I guess
Is that
some
what's
animals,
happening?
yeah, some animals are more uh, worth more alive than dead, I suppose. But
Mm.
I don't know where he'd store his dead animals. Let alone, well, he has some of them in his room, in his main room, right? He's got like the bear hide and uh,
Yeah,
things on the wall and stuff like that. So,
he's been doing it for a while.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So he's a
And
poacher and a hunter.
mhm. But yeah, he's just trying to figure out how to get the kid to reveal where the bird is, and he has an idea. I'm gonna make it seem like I killed the mother, and that way he leads me straight to the mother's nest and the eggs, and it works. His plan works.
I mean, yeah, he's a kid. He doesn't know him any better. It's just
Stupid.
yeah. I mean, well, it's this kid. He's learning. Okay, he's like what, 2, 5, 12? How old is he?
He's around there. You're swinging. You're swinging. You missed the few.
Oh, that's a large range.
Yeah. He's around 2, 5, 12. You got it. You got it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I had to guess, he's like 10.
Yeah. That sounds a good average.
Yeah.
He's drawn. I don't know. Do you think he's drawn kind of weird? Like he's got a big nose and big eyes.
I mean, that's just genetics.
Okay. I don't know. I
I
thought he
mean,
was.
kids have big eyes. I mean, the eyes don't grow. The
Yeah.
eyes stay the same shape and
You're
size.
right. I think I'm just staring more at the female mouse than at the little boy.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, every priority straight. That's nice.
I know what I like. I know what I like.
So yeah, the kid. What's interesting is we got this the reptile that looks like an old dinosaur. Like the little dinosaur that has the neck thing in the Jurassic Park movies. I forget what it's called. It like opens up and it sprays a little venom.
Wait, we're there?
What's up?
Okay. I think I'm back.
What happened?
I think I lagged out.
Okay.
All right.
Where did
All
you
right.
hear last?
I didn't hear anything. We were just laughing.
Oh. Okay. There is also this lizard that was in the cages with them that had the little neck thing. You remember from like Jurassic Park? That shoots
Yeah.
them.
He was
For what
cute.
it's called.
Those neck things?
Yeah, he had the neck thing. He opens it and it makes his neck like it has little
Like a parachute because he's using it to like float and shit.
yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea what
Exactly.
that's called. No idea.
It reminds me of a dinosaur like Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm. It's like a neck
And
flap thing.
yeah. And it appears here and I was like, it's so cute. What a strange creature, but it's adorable. Are these actually creatures in Australia?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they'd be as adorable in Australia.
Why aren't
Because
there more spiders that are poisonous and snakes too?
in this film,
Yeah.
because they don't want to put Australia in a bad light, because that's literally all Australia is
I
snakes and
mean,
spiders.
come on. Australia puts itself in a bad light. Oh, we gotta glorify Australia. We gotta make it look like it's South America without addressing the fact that it has poisonous spiders and snakes everywhere.
So it makes itself look bad by not addressing the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Like,
can see that.
you gotta be like, is there a reason to go to Australia other than? Is there for any other reason? For any reason, actually, is there a reason to go to Australia? There's so many poisonous spiders and snakes. Dude, I don't like them.
Is Australia where they shot Lord of the Rings, or am I thinking of
I think it's New Zealand.
New Zealand? That's right. Okay, then yeah, there's no reason to go to Australia.
Yeah, like 90% of it isn't even used because it's too hot or something.
Well, that's a shame. It's just spiders and snakes, and it's too hot. It's a shame.
Yes. Their Christmases are in the summer. That's a crime.
Oh Lord. Would you rather live there or where you stay now where it's mostly cold?
I like where I'm at right now. It's just too
Mhm.
humid, but Australia is even more humid.
More humid than humid?
Yeah, it's like humid all the time. Versus here, it's just humid during the summer.
Well, that makes sense. That's logical, you know.
Yeah, Australia, it's humid all the time, even the winter. I'm an
Well,
Australian expert. If somebody's never been, I'm your expert.
no, I appreciate it. I did not know that about how I kind of knew about the spiders, not the snakes. So that's terrible.
You
And
don't
then
know
the
about the
heat.
snakes there?
No, I knew about the spiders though from Peppa Pig.
Wait, Peppa Pig talks about the spiders, but not the snakes.
No, they had an episode of Peppa Pig where she befriended a spider, and they had to ban it in like the lexicon of the show because they were teaching Australians that spiders were friendly when in fact
Oh
they
God,
aren't.
no, they're not.
So it was
Okay, I
bad.
see.
Yeah, it was a
That's
bad
like
episode.
Australia specifically. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go down to Australia for any reason, except for if a friend of mine was going down to Australia and they're like, "Hey, do you want to come to Australia?" I'm like, "Yeah, if a friend of mine is going." But for any other reason, no.
If you had a friend kidnapped, would you try to go and rescue them in Australia
A friend kidnapped?
or abducted? I don't know what the
Wait, they were in Australia and they want me to come from America to go find them.
you were on the phone with them while they were in Australia, and they're like, it's like Taken, like they're like, oh hey, I'm in Australia, everything's great. We've kidnapped them, and then you're the only one who fucking heard them at the last minute that they're in Australia. They just got
Well, if
kidnapped.
that's the case, then I would actually book it. But
Oh, okay,
if it was like happenstance, oh, your friend got kidnapped in Australia, I'd be like, what? I hope they're okay.
okay.
But like, how would I help out in
I
that
don't know.
instance? Exactly. Where would I start? There's no way. There's no
No,
possible way for me to help.
I'm sure you would
Versus
do
if
your
it was like
best.
Taken. If it was the Taken situation, I'd be like, oh, I was like the last person they were talking to. I feel obligated to find them.
Yeah, no, that was. I imagine, yeah, you would try your due diligence, but where do you start when
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
and in a whole nother country too? You're like, fuck, that's a whole nother. I
I
gotta
have to
get
get my
passport.
passport now.
Yeah,
It's gonna take like 45 days at least.
you're gonna
They're
get your
dead.
shots.
Yeah,
It's a lot to do. It's a lot.
there's a lot to do. I would not be. I'm not prepared currently to deal with a friend being kidnapped in another country. And if
For
they were, I would just have to accept that they're dead because I can't do
well,
anything to save them.
and it's the first 48 hours that are important, and you're there for the first 45 days just trying to get your fucking uh your
Passport.
your passport like
Yeah,
approved. Fuck, they're gone. That's it.
yeah, they're
They're dead.
gone. Ah, rip friend.
But that wasn't the case for this one. They were able to find the boy right
They had
before.
their passports all set and ready to go. Well, they
Mhm.
didn't even need it. They could just fly on the back of an albatross and ignore customs entirely.
Just ruining the ecosystem by taking their fucking fungus or whatever diseases they carry with them into a whole nother country.
That is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even
So,
know what they're contaminating. But yeah, they find the little boy. The little boy is able. Well, the little neck flappy lizard guy. He's able to use his tail as a key and get the key, and then release everybody and release the boy. And there's also what seems to be a Komodo dragon looking dealio, the
mm-hmm.
sidekick of the bad dude, the poacher man.
Yeah, he's cool. Or no, it's a chick. I think its name's Joanne. He's like
Um,
Joanna, and it's like,
oh, it's a
ah.
chick. Oh,
Yeah, it's a girl, little Komodo dragon.
okay. The little Komodo dragon chick. Very aggressive. I liked how she was animated, especially very expressive.
Very funny.
Yes.
Uh,
I feel like the animals were animated more expressive than the humans at sometimes.
mm-hmm. No, I believe that. I feel that with, especially like you said, with that Komodo dragon. I don't know, it just being the sidekick of that bad dude, but yeah, just funnier. It's getting all the like the laughs and the gags, you know.
Yes, very very gaggy. I would say this. There is some slapstick for the humor in this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's some funny, witty dialogue between characters. And that's a majority of the humor in this film.
No, I think it's mostly just beauty to look at, like the animation. Like I
Yeah,
swear, you
it is that. Oh my goodness. We need more animation like this. If you were in the 90s, you were spoiled. Spoiled with good animation.
Hmm.
We should have watched. Did people watch this movie when it came out? I never heard of it. It's not like the top. It's not the top movies that people be like, "Oh, Disney's known for this" or whatever. It's never.
No,
This never shows up.
no, this is like considered a cult or underground now. It never gets talked about. I fucking love it. It's beautiful, beautiful
Yeah, it's
movie.
a great film.
Hmm.
It's fun, and show it to children. They'll like it. I think they'll appreciate it more than adults.
Oh no, definitely. Like I said, as a kid, I love this, watching it over and over again, and not because of that frame of porn, because you can't really see that, but the movie itself is just gorgeous, and it's just a fun movie. It's
Yeah,
just it ends up good at the end. They find the kid, they free the eagle, the bad guy gets his comeuppance and dies.
he just
Pretty
falls to his death.
he dies. That's pretty
Classic
rough.
Disney. Well, yeah, we're in the classic Disney era of falling to your death. They do this in Pixar movies too. They do it for a while. Actually, I think they still do it.
Yeah, where you never
They
see them
just,
actually die.
yeah, they just always fall to their death. I mean, it's
It's
a safe way to
it's
show death.
I'll say it's the least like immoral way to kill someone, because you're not actually killing them. They're kind of doing it to themselves.
Gravity is killing them.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, it's the Earth is
Mhm.
punishing them. The Earth is the killer of them, not the people.
No, yeah, I'm behind you on that.
Yeah.
100%. It's the Earth. The Earth is doing this.
You know what? Actually, the Earth is in all the Disney movies, Earth is the number one killer of all supervillains every time in a Disney movie.
I can see why a lot of people want to fucking destroy it. Then, if it's just killing everyone.
Yeah, dude, it's murdering so many people. That damn gravity.
I know, I feel it. It's a pain in the ass. I'd probably want to kill it too. Honestly, I feel it every day on my knees. But
What would you
that's
rate this?
yeah. That's I would give it at least a 9. I hadn't seen it in forever. It was beautiful, but I don't know. I would say at least a 9. I wouldn't say it's perfect for me, but it was a 9 for sure.
It's an 8 for me. I like it. It's cute. Uh and the animation is pretty dang good. It makes me want more animation like it. So I wish there's more stuff animated like it personally.
No, no, yeah, I'm completely with you on that too. We do have a game here on the
Ooh,
show. I call it Fame Mouse. So it's supposed to
Famous?
be, yeah, it's supposed to be like famous, but then mouse. Because I'm about to, I'm about to show you pictures of famous mice from like cartoons and stuff, and I want you to
It,
name the famous mouse.
okay.
Fame
I was about to
Mouse.
say, is the dubstep guy Mouse going to show up?
Oh, I could have fucking put him
Dead
on there.
Mouse or whatever
I didn't
his
go that. I didn't cut that deep, unfortunately.
name
Let's
Yeah, I
check
was like
this
last
out.
second.
Who is this famous
Oh,
mouse?
Speedo man. Fuck, I don't remember his name. I know who he is. It's Speedy Gonzalez. There we go.
There you go, man. I was gonna go with Speedo Man. That's a pretty fucking badass name,
Speedo man.
Speedo Man. Speedy Gonzalez. Yes, you were right. Do you know
Oh,
these
it's
famous
Pinky in
names?
the Brain. I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen that cartoon in a long ass time.
Pinky and the Brain. They're Pinky and the Brain. Do you know who this famous mouse is?
Stuart Little?
Uh huh. You're right.
Oh shit. Wait, why do I know so many mices? How do I know them?
You're gonna know this next mouse for sure. Do you know this famous mouse?
Pikachu?
Yeah, he's a mouse. He's a
He is
rodent.
a mouse. He's an electric mouse.
He's a rodent Pokemon. Do you know who this cool mouse
Actually,
is?
I don't know who this mouse is. Wow, this is the first mouse I don't know. It's Mouse Ball Man.
It's a female. Yeah, I
Uh,
know there's no
uh,
bow
fond woman fondling the balls, lady.
mouse and woman fondling
Lady
the balls,
Mouse.
lady mouse. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
this is Maisie.
Maisie.
Maisie the mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if you needed to know that. That's
What is
Maisie the
this
mouse.
from? Like a cartoon?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like an old children's cartoon. I think from like the 90s.
oh, explains why I don't know it. Okay.
I don't think you weren't even a child in the 90s to know
No.
Maisie.
Nope.
No. Lastly here. No, wait, that's not lastly. This is second to last.
Well, this is this is clearly a Simpsons character,
Uh-huh.
but I don't remember just because I don't watch The Simpsons.
That's good
I
that
just
you don't.
recognize the art style.
It's from Itchy and Scratchy, the cartoon within the cartoon. This is Itchy.
Oh,
Yeah. It's supposed to be Itchy. Itchy the mouse.
Itchy.
Lastly here, do you know who this mouse
Chuck
is?
E. Cheese. Oh
Chuck
my
E.
god.
Cheese. I'm
Do they still
glad
have Chuck E. Cheese
they do. They do still have Chuck E. Cheeses.
with the animatronics and everything?
I don't know about that. I think they come out like in like the basketball mascot gimmick type shits instead of
They still
animatronic.
come out like that?
I think
Last time I
so.
went to the few times I went to Chuck E. Cheese, they still had the animatronics, but they weren't on. And nobody came out as Chuck E. Cheese, like ever.
Is it because of the bite of '87 or whatever bullshit?
I don't know. Also, what's interesting, the Chuck E. Cheese in the town where I lived in for the longest time growing up, the Chuck E. Cheese was right next to a lover's store, like the sex shop,
Oh, okay. I was like a
right
lover
next to,
store.
right next to the Chuck E. Like next door.
Yeah, that's
It
fun.
was. I found it to be hilarious.
You can get pizza and then all your toys, all your
Yeah,
XXX toys. Oh my god.
yeah, exactly. This is just
Well,
hilarious.
speaking of sex toys and speaking of pizza, which is triangular, where can people find your forbidden triangle? I don't know where I was going with that. I was trying to.
Where are you going with that?
Yeah, your forbidden triangle. Pussy.
Okay.
Where can they find your pussy?
All right. Well, okay. I do daily movie reviews every single day, 7 p.m. Eastern Time at youtube.com/ASE Presents. And all of my socials you can find at autisticboobs.com.
Wonderful.
That's where you can find me.
autisticboobs.com. You can find the That's All Funny podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Just search That's All Funny. Check out That's All Kayfabe, wrestling podcast with my buddy Gabe. And then this show, Tits and Areolas with Mint Salad, anywhere podcasts are available. And on the YouTube channel, again, youtube.com/Lorenzo Areola. I want to thank Mint for being here. I want to thank everyone for liking, listening, rating, reviewing, everything like that. Take care, and we'll see you next